Hello everybody, it's Russell with Hidden Springs. I wanted to do a quick review of this boomer. A little bit of history. I bought this thing with 22 hours on it when it was 5 years old. The previous owner just didn't use it. He'd fire it up occasionally to clean out the horse stalls and just did not do much with it. This is a 2013, and so it does not have emissions. There's no DEF, there's no DPF. It's just a regular diesel engine, which I love. And so, like I say, bought it with 22 hours on it and started moving dirt. We had been using this 1949 Ford 2N and just with a rear blade on it, and that's what I was moving dirt around with. I was getting loads of dirt for free, and I would use that to spread that dirt out to create some roads back in our property where the where we were kind of through the marshes, where we were trying to put some roads and gain some access. And so when I came across this thing, I was pretty excited. It took way more than we had to be able to afford this thing, and boy, am I glad that we made it happen and made the sacrifice to get it. Right now I've got 450 hours on it, and so put some hours on it in the last 2 years. Like I say, I bought it in the end of 2018, and now here we are a little over 4 years later. It has been a great tractor. I'll tell you some of the things that I have loved about it. Other than the Ford, this was my next tractor. So as far as modern day tractors, this is all that I've known. And that is the main reason why I stuck with this brand when I bought the LS. I found out that these smaller New Holland tractors were made by LS. And so a lot of the controls I am familiar with, I'm comfortable with them. I love the two separate pedals, the loader control up here versus forward and out. I've only ever taken the loader off of this thing one time. I took it off of the LS one time just to try it, to say that I could do it. But independent brakes, I mean, that's pretty common with tractors, but that was really nice. I started pushing snow at my business, and so I started to get tired of getting soaking wet, and so then I put this canopy on, and that was helpful, but it wasn't long after we put the canopy on that we ended up buying the LS. And so you can see the lights up on the ROPS there. Those were a real helpful addition. Those really light things up in a big way, so that's been nice. I also installed a work light back here on the back side of it to help while I was plowing, because I was doing a lot of that with this. But some of the things with the 3-point that I learned on this tractor that I really liked was just the adjustability of this the stabilizer link down here. That was really nice. The adjustable height on this lifter arm here, that was really nice. I don't do a whole bunch with a drawbar, and so the drawbar on the LS is still tucked in just how they send it from the factory. Just haven't gotten into that. But on the ROPS here, I did snag onto a big tool rack kit that allows you to hang some tools off of the back here, so I could have a snow shovel or a regular shovel with me. I don't find, because of the garage doors here, I don't find that I fold this down much. I would need to do that if I was pulling it into my garage of the house, but I just don't do that a whole bunch. So back to some of the things that I like about this. The seat is actually very comfortable. There are no armrests, which I like in my other tractor, but kind of the air ride on it, the spring suspension there was really nice. When I was parking it outside before we built this shed, the emergency brake would get water down in the cable housing. And so I would go to turn that off and the cable would not move inside the housing and it would stay locked up. And I would have to get down here underneath and get that cable and heat it up and get that water to move. So that was a little bit of a challenge. One of the other things that I really like about this tractor, this switch here is a cruise control that is a electromagnetic lock on the side of the brake pedal mechanism, or not the brake pedal, but the forward pedal mechanism that locks and holds it into place. Actually works on reverse as well, and so it was really nice to be able to, when I was out brush hogging, to pick a speed, lock it in, and just roll with it. Lever here for adjusting the steering wheel in and out, and I mean, I've maintained it, I've changed the oil in it, that hasn't been a challenge. The one thing that I did learn, being a rookie to this tractor stuff, down here, you can see the oil pan right here. Right there at the end of my finger is the drain plug, and that's painted white. LS does a great job in marking those so that you know kind of where the service points are. Well, I pulled that plug, I drained all the oil, and I filled it up with the right amount, and it was way too full. Come to find out, the oil pan on this, I'll crawl under here, the oil pan has two sides, and so there's two plugs. I didn't realize that. I should have when I was down here, but I didn't, and so I had to drain some of the oil out of it, and that was a little bit of a challenge, but some of the fun of learning what we're doing here. So right here on that sticker, you can see it says LS, and for obvious reasons, that's where they're made. This has just been a great tractor. I've really liked it. I like the skid steer quick attach bucket. I've added a hook there for being able to hook a chain to it and lift things up or pull trees out, things like that. All in all, it has been a phenomenal tractor. Our plan when we bought the LS was to get the cab. It was kind of similar in size, a little bit bigger, and we were going to sell the New Holland, and I just haven't been able to part with it. It's been awesome. We've put in the year that we've had the LS tractor, I've put 100 hours on it. And in that same time, I've put 50 hours on that New Holland. And so we don't run it as much, but we're still getting a lot of good use out of it. I'll put the post hole digger on the back end of it and leave it set up that way for the whole summer while we were putting fence in. And that was really handy to be able to leave that set up that way while the brush hog and different things were on the LS. And so it just has been nice to have. I don't know how long we'll keep it. Maybe we will end up selling it. I don't know. But it's been awesome. And this was the introduction into that. Like I said, it just worked out great for us. I have liked that the LS has the fuel tank down here by the step. It's a lot easier to fill than this one up here. When I hadn't had this tractor very long, I was pushing snow and I slammed into a curb up front with the front bucket, and I about went over the hood. But it jarred the fuel tank enough that one of the lines back there on the sensor had come disconnected, so I had to tear into that a little bit and fix that. And I've slowed down a little bit and just try to be a little more cautious while I'm pushing snow. But anyway, I hope you find this helpful. More than anything, I hope you sense the love that I have for this little tractor. It's been awesome and has helped in a big way in ways that this little Ford just couldn't do without a loader on it and things like that. So been happy with this, and just wanted to share some experiences that we've had with it with you guys. And so thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you on the next one.